Welcome back here. Game number 2 of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic, Southeastern High School. I have Caden Strins on the line. Caden, we're live at the start of the next game, Caden. What can I do for you? Southeastern High School in Augusta, yes. Okay, all right, sounds good. All right, so Caden and Joey Yelnick going to come do the broadcast here for Game 3 if they make it here in time. They're both from, well, Joey's from Danville. Caden is from the Chicagoland area. So we'll see if they can find their way through Forgotonia to Augusta, Illinois or not. That's yet to be determined. But it's Western and Brown County here in game number 2 of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic. We want to thank everybody for coming on board and checking out this contest here this evening. Share this link if anybody finds it. Share it. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. And we start things off. The libero for Western. That is number 18, Rachel McMullen. Serves it out of bounds. It's 1-0. Brown County.
Nice serve.
And
outside kill by number 12.
A kill for Western. Number 12, Emma Dixon gets the kill, and it's a side out back. And coming back to serve for Western, going to be number 20. That's Riley Harris, a senior. And I have to complain about this every year. They put the players in their roster in the scorebook or in the program by class. I don't know if that ever got over the net.
Did not cross the net.
I didn't think so. And it's a point, so a hitting error. It's a point for Western and Riley Dixon. What I was saying is they put them in year instead of by number, which
that's why I got
an ace for Riley Dixon.
You want?
No, I've got it. That's why they're in by class instead of by number. That's why I should have wrote it down, but I was trying to help somebody else get their internet working instead of doing my job. You know how that works.
Yeah.
I do that a lot, it seems like. Need to worry about myself more. There's somebody worrying about themselves. That's an attack from Brown County. Now a free ball is going to go back to Brown County. And
another hitting error.
Hitting error again, and it's 4-1, and 3 straight service points for Dixon. And a service error results in a side out. It's 4-2. Brown County with the serve, trailing by 2 here in set number 1 of game number 2. Let's see who's back to serve there.
Number 15.
I was thinking that. There's an overpass. It's pushed back across. And now a kill again off the hand of number 12. That's Emma Dixon. And Dixon gets her second kill, and it's 5-2 on the side out. That was back serving number 15. That's Emma Lurch, outside hitter.
Coming up for Western, number 1 serving.
It is Alyssa Barris, and she's going to get an ace. Alyssa is a freshman. She gets the ace there, and it's 6-2. Now we say 6-2. It's a 4-point lead. It feels comfortable, maybe a little bit, but
we learned differently in the first match.
9-1, they led set 2, and they lost 25-22. That's way deep and out. A service error, 6-3 on the side out. Their numbers are so hard for me to read.
I think that's number 3?
5, I think.
No, she's in the front.
3? Sammy Johnson?
It's 3, I believe.
Sammy Johnson with the serve. There's Dixon again on the attack. It's dug back there. Be near side on the attack. It's pushed across. That was Sefton. Now a tip again by Dixon. And Dixon's going to get her third kill. of set number 1, and she'll come back to serve, and that's the best thing that Brown County's probably seen the entire time is Dixon coming back to serve. I believe end of the game for Brown County, number 8 was Olivia Atkins. Back set, nice attack. Dixon's there for the dig. Off the hands and out of bounds, a kill for number 15. That is Paisley Patterson, a freshman, getting the kill.
Got Dixon, a little help from the back row there, I believe.
Dixon back to serve again. It's 8-3. Dixon serve goes left this time. Back set, no, it's going to be set across. Outside it goes, left side on the attack. It's bumped up.
Going to be free, going to be free.
It's a free ball. Dixon's there. Quick middle. Not quick, but it is to the middle. It's blocked back across. And then
a little confusion between the middle and the setter there.
Yep. 16, the middle hitter, and the second right way through the rotation. That's Chevy McCoy. Has got to let the setter take that.
Yes. Got to get out of her way. Number 6 serving for Brown County.
Alyssa Barris, the freshman. Barris. Get a correction of pronunciation on that. And then
more confusion in their front row there.
Yep. It's 8-5. And battling back are the Hornets of Brown County. Once again, hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We love to see that. And a set of
a net foul called on Brown County.
Oh, they did call the net violation on Brown County. It was on number 4, Adeline Wagner, a setter, gets called for being in the net, and it's 9-5. Big side out. Coming back to serve for Western. Going to be number 5, Lauren Jo White, the junior. Jump serve. Eats up the Brown County serve receive, but they're able to get it across. Barris. Deep attack by the Wildcats, and then a hitting error. Those numbers are just in the wrong spot. It's a point nonetheless.
And that was number 2.
And a hitting error again. This time it's by number 10, Kinsey Cassing, and a timeout on the floor going to be charged to Brown County. It's their first timeout. 11-5 is the score here early in set number 1. And we've kind of seen this tonight so far. One team is jumping out. Now, oddly enough, the team that jumped out in the first match in both sets were the Unity Mustangs, who went on to lose both those sets. So you don't see that a whole lot because volleyball is such a game of momentum, right?
Momentum
but
is everything.
The Rockets of Rushville Industry did a great job of turning that momentum around. Now we're going to see if Brown County can do that, oddly enough, from the same side of the floor that Rushville was on.
They shook off their mistakes and came back strong.
So we'll see if Brown County can do the same. Brown County, of course, has lost several players from a very, very good team last year and the year before, but I would expect to win, and they know how to win, and I'm sure they'll roll things back a little bit here. There's Dixon again on the attack. That was not Dixon, excuse me. There's a nice one-arm dig. It's going to be a free ball essentially. It was not Dixon, it was Harris. Now Harris is going to put that down. Oh, what a job to go down and get that, but Harris is going to get the kill. Number 20, and it's 12-5. Back to serve again is number 5, Lauren Jo White. And dug by the libero. It's going to come near side Cassing. Back to get it. The libero was McMullen. Harris tried to make something happen there. Couldn't do it on a set that was
right. It was
clear
a very good push right down the line in the corner where no one was. That's got him out of system right away.
Brown County, number 12, the libero, Kayla Metz, back to serve now, and it was a great dig on serve receive. Oh, that serve and an ace. It's 7 points now for Brown County as they've cut the lead to 5. Once again, hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We love to see that. We love to have conversations if need be. If you hear me butchering a name, don't be afraid to hop in there and spell it in a way. Oh, there's a big kill by Cassing, and it's 12-8. Spelled in a way that phonetically correct, not spelling correct. I had a guy at a game one time. I said that, and I wasn't saying the name right, and he spelled it Snicker, like the candy bar, which is how you said the name, and it didn't look like that. But I was like, that's the way to get to a fat guy's heart right there.
There you go.
Use food as the way to spell it. It's a nice dig in the back row there. Here's an attack by Brown County. It's another hitting error, and that's number 15 with the hitting error, Emma Lurch, and a side out back to Western. Back to serve for Western, going to be number 9, Brinley McQuay. McQuay, the serve. That's going to go right side up to the light.
Trouble in the light.
Oh, nice job of getting it and digging it up, but Cassing can't get it across. Just took a little too much off of that. She wasn't going to really be able to attack it, so she tried to finesse it across and just took a little too much off.
Yes.
McQuay's serve again. Again, right side. It's an ace this time. An ace off, I believe, Aubrey Collins, number 9.
Again, if you're Brown County, how long do you wait to call that second timeout? You'll run out of side outs before you can get back and get any momentum going.
McQuay. And it's an attack and a kill.
Not hard, but in the hole.
Ashley Markert, who we're seeing for the first time tonight, gets the kill. Bring Markert into the lineup, and they look a lot different up front. The block gets a lot better. Cassie,
exactly
with the
right.
help of Markert right there, gets a block and then a kill on a send back, and it's 15-10. You asked when the timeout was coming. It's not the timeout. It was
the substitution.
A substitution, which
doing the job.
And that Harris on the attack. Markert there for the dig. Markert's going to punch it across. It's going to go out of bounds. A hitting error. Comes down as a hitting error technically, but I think a set that she really couldn't do much with, and that's all she could do.
Yes, exactly.
Back to serve is number 18, the libero, Rachel McMullen. Out the Markert it goes. Dug up. That's not Markert, excuse me. To the net. Harris dug up in the back row. Bump set. And a hitting error. The attack earlier was Sammy Johnson, and she gets the hitting error as well. And it's 17-10. Here in set number 1, still a lot of volleyball to be played here in the second match of the 2024 Lady Suns Classic. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Markert's going to send one across. Set, middle, Dixon tips it across, dug up. Set, middle, Cassing, out of bounds. She wound up and took a whale at it, but it went out of bounds, and it's 18-10. Pass wasn't great. Markert's going to go to it. Oh, nice dig. Now an attack by Dixon as she gets another kill.
She's not afraid of that block up there.
And there is the last timeout. It's 19-10. The score here in set number 1.
Her fourth.
4 kills for Dixon here in set 1. And she has been really the difference maker to this point, Ned, for Western.
Absolutely. She's not afraid of that double block up there.
And the key, the key to beating the block is to keep them out of system, right? So they can't be in defensive system either, and that's kind of what has happened.
Exactly right. If you got a hard swinger, you got to try to slow it down, what we call soft block, or if you can get above and try to roof it down.
Yeah, the most fun thing is to drive it between the blocker and the net, right?
Exactly right.
Right down in front of them.
The tool shot.
19-10 is the score. Thanks for joining us here for match number 2. McMullen still back to serve for Western. They're up early here. Short serve is dug up. Outside it goes. That was Johnson again. Harris
did not cross the net.
Hit that one into the net. Maybe that time in system defensively as well. The block got her to try to go farther across court than she would have normally wanted to. Passing back serving, I do believe. Dixon tracks that down, sends a free ball across. Bump set comes across, pushed across back by Dixon. Here it comes out to Markert. She doesn't get a good attack, but still gets it to drop. That's a benefit of being tall because she didn't jump, but her hand's still above the net. She was able to almost free ball an overpass.
But also good court awareness. She saw there was no one in that back corner.
She went across. Dixon did a good job of coming back to try to get to it. It's 19-12, but couldn't make it happen. Passing, serving it up again. Bump set to Dixon. Into the net, a hitting error. 19-13. And the block is in full force there. There's a pass that went to the net. Candace Skirvin was up there, number 7. It was
Markert with the double block.
On a block with number 6, Guardhouse. And a block at the net was Johnson. And it goes. Johnson gets the solo block that time.
It hit the antenna, so.
It's 19-15 and a timeout for Western now. And we talked about it earlier, Ned. It's a big lead early in the season. Not
necessarily an absolute.
Makes you feel comfortable for a minute, and that's kind of what happens. And we saw Unity. They were up so big, they started making a couple substitutions. They were up so big. And that's when the communication fell apart.
Exactly right.
And stuff started happening. And then Rushville ultimately came all the way back, tied it at 22 and won 25-22.
Exactly. There are no absolutes at this point.
You know, the other thing that's I always find comical for volleyball is they take the timeout, did Western, but they're the first ones back out on the floor. I always laughed at Coach Paul for Colchester and then West Prairie because she was the same way.
Yeah.
Cassing still back to serve. Number 10. Short serve. Dug up. Skirvin to Harris. Cross court. It's dug. And she's going to get the kill. Number 20, Harris with the kill. And she'll come back to serve. She stops the bleeding, at least momentarily. She served pretty well along with Dixon, I believe, in their first service. It's 20-15, a 5-point lead and 5 points to go for a set 1 win. Her serve deep and out, a service error. Wasn't out by much, but it was out. Coming into the game going to be number 3, Allison Woods, replacing Harris.
Those are the kind that give coaches gray hair, I'll tell you.
Ashley Markert back to serve now. And that ball just curved and dropped at the last second. Ashley Markert, number 5, getting the ace serve, and it's 20-17. That's the thing with rally scoring. You're never out of it if you can get a string of points together.
Exactly.
That's a free ball across. Markert comes to get it. Middle set. Look. Tipped across, tipped back across. Back set now. Johnson on the attack, and it's out. That was number 3. Sammy Johnson on the hitting error, and it's 21-17. Coming back into serve and set is Alyssa Barris. Back in to play front row. Going to be number 9, Brinley McQuay for the Wildcats of Western. They lead by 4, need 4 to get a set 1 win. Back set, middle, and a big-time attack. A kill for Brooke Guardhouse. And it's a side out, 21-18. Deep serve, McMullen's there. There's to Dixon. Markert went to get it and knocked it out of bounds. A kill for number 12, Dixon. Emma Dixon, the junior, got the kill, and it's back to a 4-point lead. It's her 5th kill. She's back to serve now, and she served several in her last service attempt, her first service attempt. There's a hitting air, went into the net.
4 hits.
4 hits. And it's a 23-18 lead. Dixon back to serve again. That was Guardhouse on the hitting air, I do believe. Dixon serve, Markert's there. Near side it comes. Big time and a key kill. That is number 2, Haley Sefton. The senior right side hitter got the kill and a side out, and that's huge. But it's got to be a run coming here for his Guardhouse goes back to serve. Little mistimed that. It just floated on number 3, Allison Woods. It's an ace, and it's a 3-point game again, 23-20. Nice dig. Tip across is dug up. Put back. Woods is there. Bears outside. McQuay down the net. Rolls over and falls. Set point for Western. Back in to serve. Going to be number 5, Lauren Jo White. Also back in the front row, number 20, Riley Harris. White serve. Markert's there. Pushed across by Cassie. Bump set. Out to Harris. She pushes it down the net. It's dug up. To the net it comes. Just at the net. And it's won by the Wildcats. And number 16, Chevy McCoy. And the Wildcats win set 1, 25-20.
But the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois. It's night number 1 of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic, and hands down one of the best, if not the best, small school volleyball tournament in the state of Illinois.
Absolutely.
Year in and year out.
Absolutely.
And been a couple good ones so far. I mean, that first set was fun to watch, and this one, a 25-20, 25-22 win for Rushville Industry against Unity, and they came back from 9 or 10 points down in set 2 to win set 2. They came down from 5 or 6 points down in set 1, did Rushville Industry to win both those. Brown County tried to do that here in set number 1 of this one, but couldn't quite get it done.
Right. They struggled staying in system, and that's what hurt them there at the end of game 1.
As we get ready to go here with set number 2 of match number 2 of the tournament. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Ned Eckert is alongside. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We love to see that. If you'd be so kind, share the link. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be here all week. Well, I'll be here all week long. I don't know if Ned will be here all week long.
I'll be chopping silage most likely.
He's should have been chopping silage today, but you know, it's kind of you start out and nothing works the way you want it to, does it? That just happens, doesn't it?
Sometimes that's the way it goes.
Harvest will start that way for a lot of folks as well, so we'll get things going. It's going to be Brown County to start things off from the service line. It'll be Kinsey Cassing, the sophomore middle hitter, to start things off for Brown County. They trail 1-0 here in match number 2. I'll get it out in a minute. Harris with the attack. They're out of system. Markert with the set. Johnson with the push across. It's an overpass, and it's going to fall. Guardhouse, number 6, went after it and couldn't get it over the net, and it'll be subs coming in. Back into the match, going to be number 15 to play front row. That is Paisley Patterson. And back to serve, number 3, Allison Woods. Bump sets. Guardhouse pushes it across. And going
tip
down.
Kill there for.
Yep, that was Guardhouse, number 6 with the kill, and a side out for the Hornets. In and back to serve, going to be the libero. She wears number 12. That's Kayla Metz. We're tied at 1 here early in set number 2. Now, I guess you have to call that an ace, but
I guess so.
That's I don't know that was necessarily a passing error. Ella Conkright into set for Western here in set number 2. She didn't set in set number 1, and she just wasn't able to get to that ball. Here's the set this time. Going to go middle to Dixon, and off the block and down. Took a little bit off of that, and she gets the side out. Coming back into serve, and I imagine to set as Conkright takes a seat as Alyssa Barris. And an ace. Barris is a junior. Gives her team a 3-2 lead. I do not believe Western trailed in set number 1. They trailed 2-1 here, but and that's deep and well out at the far end from us on the right side of the screen for you folks watching at home, and we're tied at 3. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Back set's going to be Dixon down the line and out of bounds. We talked about her not being affected by the block. I think that time she saw Markert coming, and she tried to paint the line a little too much.
It's a little different when she's set on the outside there. In the middle, she has no fear, it appears.
McQuay with a big hit. Markert tips it across. McMullen does down to get it. Comes to the net. Markert was there but didn't have to do anything with it. It falls harmlessly to the floor if you're a Brown County fan, and they lead 5-3.
Her 4th kill of the match.
Dixon with the kill.
Sign of a good player, comes back and goes right after him. Doesn't have to be pretty, has to be placed sometimes.
Well, Markert was out of position for that block. She was moving, and it was almost like Dixon just waited for her. She got up, waited for her to slide by, and it hit right where she was coming from.
We call that the Swiss cheese block with the big hole in it.
Dixon back to serve again. She has played very well here in this match tonight. Markert's going to try and whale away on one. Nice block, a nice dig. It's going to be a free ball. They had another hit. They didn't use it. Now it's going to be set Guardhouse, and Guardhouse is going to get the kill. And a timeout's going to be called by Western. McMullen's going to come back in. It's 6-4. And a timeout's called. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
And welcome back here after the timeout called by Western. It is 6-4 Brown County in set number 2. It's 1-0 Western here in the second match of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Ned Eckert's alongside. Ginny is on the camera tonight, and an ace. Guardhouse gets the kill, or the ace, excuse me. She kind of brought them back when they kind of tried to come back in set number 1. She was the one that brought them back.
She's coming to life here.
She did it from the service line with Cassing and Markert in the front row. We'll see if that happens again here. Got it across. A dang good job. McMullen goes down to get it. What a job.
Wow.
Now Markert drives one home. And that's the first time we've really seen Markert wail away on one.
Exactly.
And she drives it through the block and down.
That's her 5th kill, but that's really the first time she's gone after it. Right at the block.
Got to get Chevy McCoy, though, for our Western, a big atta-girl, because she got that ball across earlier in McMullen just to keep it alive. And now she uses the block of Cassing, a blocking error for Cassing, as McCoy, number 16, gets the kill. And it is Woods coming back, or no, White coming back in, and Harris coming back in.
She knows the block coming in a little late and just tooled it right off of him and out of bounds.
Lauren Joe
Nice
White.
serve.
And ace, maybe. Oh, what a job by Cassing.
Good hustle.
To hustle over there, but can't do anything with it. It's 8-6, and back to serve again is Lauren Joe White. The junior wears number 5 for Western. That's an out of bounds, a service there, just a little long. Good job back there. Trying to see what her number is to bail out of the way of that one. I believe it might have been number 9, Aubrey Collins. White with the dig on the serve receive. Harris got into the net. She did a good job just to get that across, but couldn't stay out of the net. That's the thing. You're flying to the net so fast, Ned, to be able to stop. You have to stop on a dime, right?
On a dime, exactly.
And a service error for Markert.
They bail you out with the service error. You can't help but like that.
Conkright coming back in, number 13. Ella Conkright, a junior. McQuay is serving an ace. Brinley McQuay gets the ace. She serves well in set number 1 as well. And it's back to a 2-point match, or 2-point set here, 10-8. Well, that thing's just floating across there.
Yeah, a little confusion on the Brown County reception there.
Outside it goes to Harris. It's Doug Markert.
Going to be a free ball.
McMullen. McCoy out of bounds. Got under it and hit it a little long. Checking back in is going to be Candace Skirvin. Exiting the game is McQuay. Skirvin will be the setter now. McMullen is there. Skirvin.
Never crossed.
I don't think that ever crossed either. Conkright, they did not. They called it a block.
I think it hit the tape.
I think it did too, but they called it a block nonetheless, or a touch anyway. It's 12-8. McMullen. Skirvin. McCoy goes across and down. Chevy McCoy, number 16, gets the kill, and it's back to a 3-point set here. Dixon back in the front row for Western. McMullen back to serve. Rachel McMullen, a senior libero for the Wildcats, serves it up. Cassing sends it across. Outside, Harris blocked. Oh, that one I thought was touched, wasn't it?
It appeared to be from this angle. It happened right in front of the official, so I guess she should know.
Do have 2 very good officials here tonight, that's for sure. Skirvin back row set. Woods drives it off Markert. Lauren Joe Woods gets the kill, and Markert on the
kind of helped her out.
Receiving error. Margaret was there and she wanted to get out of the way, I think, but just couldn't quite do it quick enough. So back to serve, number 3, Allison Woods. Tipped across, what a tip. Adeline Wagner, the setter for Brown County, number 4, with a tip kill there. And those tips can be killer.
Exactly. You got to keep your eye on that setter's shoulders and head.
Outside, Patterson is going to get the kill. Number 15, that's Paisley Patterson, gets the kill in the side out. It's 14 to 11. And back to serve. Going to be number 1, Alyssa Barris. Short, dig. Margaret hangs in the air and sends it across.
Went for the off speed.
Patterson hit that one into the net. A side out, number 15. Paisley Patterson just got the kill the last attack and hits that one into the net. Brown County trying to push for our first 3-set match of the week. McMullen is there. Barris, back set Dixon. Off the block, and oh, what a job to dig that up for Brown County. That's the libero, goes out of bounds. But what a job by the libero, Kayla Metz, to get down and dig that thing up. Dixon back to serve now for Western. Emma Dixon, she's had 5 or 6 kills on the night. 5 or 6 service points, I do believe, as well. And she goes right at Metz, and she gets an ace. Emma Dixon gets the ace, and it's 15-13 now. Once again, live chat's open. Hop in there, tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Dixon serve again, drops it right on Metz. Wagner, Marker, drives it. And that was Allison Woods putting an arm up to try to make something happen on that big-time attack from Marker, but just couldn't do anything with it.
She's coming to life there. Getting in a rhythm.
Guardhouse back to serve again. Free ball,
Nearly
not
out
going to
of
happen.
bounds.
17-13. I think I kind of jinxed Unity last time saying we might have a third set. Are we going to have one here? Macy Oitker checking in, number 10. Patterson, trouble. McMullen's there. McCoy sends it across. You got to give her an attack there. Now it's going to be Barris, middle to McCoy. McCoy off the block. It drops back on the western side. That's Cassie, number 10. Cassie, number 10 with the kill or with the block, and it's 18-13. Guardhouse serving again. Back to the cross. But Markert is there to find the hole, and it's 19-13. And the second timeout's going to be called by Western here in set number 2. And a couple times during the last set, we're like, well, when's this timeout going to come? When's this timeout going to come?
Exactly right.
The coaching staff for Western was not waiting for that timeout.
Yep.
Anna Heckler, the head coach, says we need it.
She's been a coach for a while. She actually played at Berry High School when I was coaching in the Pike County Conference.
So she wants the timeout. Going to talk things up. Now we started to talk about it a little bit earlier when we thought we were going to get to set 3. A little different here. It's a 15-point set 3.
Exactly, with no cap.
So third sets will be substantially quicker.
You still have to win by 2.
You know, it's funny because, in a lot of, I think college volleyball, the third set at a lot of places, their fifth set is 15, right?
15, yeah.
And that set is so fast. And there's this miscommunication and ace for Guardhouse, number 6. She's back to serve again. McMullen takes that one. Barris is there. Back set Patterson. Through the block and down off of Cassing for the blocking error. Number 10, a kill for number 15 to get the side out. That's Paisley Patterson getting the kill. The freshman coming up with a big hit. That's her third kill, and that one went right through a big-time double block.
She wasn't intimidated by them.
No, she was not. Lauren Jo White back into serve as we work through the rotations, and that's a service error. And back to Brown County.
Western's going to have to dig deep if they want this one right here. They've
So there
got
we go.
Markert in the back row. So
Yep. Markert serving and out of bounds. That was so close right here
very
in front of
close.
us. That was so close right here in front of us.
that
But
was one to be hard to let go.
yes, it would have been, but they did. And McQuay's back to serve again. Brindley McQuay, the junior, serving things up. A little trouble, but they're going to have a chance to get it across. McQuay, Barris, outside to Harris. Blocked it down. It's Cassing, number 10, with the block. It went right down, back in the middle of the floor, and another side out. And back to serve will be the setter, number 4, Adeline Wagner. That means that they'll have 3 hitters in the front row. Cassing will be in the middle. Johnson will be on the right side. Free ball is going to come across. And Sefton will be on the left for Brown County. Harris tips it across. Somebody's in the net. I believe it was Cassing.
I believe it was, yes.
Nope, they said it was 2. It was number 2 in the net, I do believe. Haley Sefton. Either way, it's a
Yes.
side out, 22-16. McMullen serves it up. Markert had it. Now it's going to go to Johnson, tips it across.
Hit the net.
Dixon dug up by, there's a hitting error from the back row. That was Guardhouse with the hitting error.
Yes.
22-17. McMullen dead center of the floor, serving it up right at Guardhouse. Outside it comes to Johnson. She tips it across. Dixon's there. Pushed across, brought up, pushed back across. McMullen's there again. Barris, middle, Dixon. Down, a kill for Emma Dixon. And it's 22-18. Timeout, Brown County. Still with
That's Dixon's 8th kill of the match there.
with rally scoring, you're still in a good spot if you're Brown County, obviously, but you just don't want to let them
give any runs away.
Right. They've got a 2 or 3 point run now. It's time to stop it while we still have that rally scoring advantage, right?
Exactly. And there you go, the first team out of the huddle.
Yeah. Yeah, they used the sub to break some momentum train early in the first set, which worked for a couple of rotations. We'll see if the timeout can work here. Trouble. They're going to get it across. They are. Good hustle. Middle it goes to Dixon. She tips it deep. Markert's there. Wagner tips it across. And that's a back row attack. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Wagner was in the back row, and that ball was above the net. And it is a point for Western, 22-19. McMullen to serve it up again. Markert pushes it across. McQuay's there. Outside it goes to Harris. Dug up by Guardhouse. Outside and out on the attack. That's number 2, Sefton. A hitting error, and it's 22-20. McMullen to serve it up again. Markert has it. Wagner back set. Down the line. Cassing. It's out of bounds. Tried to touch the line and couldn't get it. Timeout number 2 for Brown County. And it's 22-21.
Who hit that?
We've talked about it. We've talked about it I don't know how many times here tonight, but runs have been huge, and having a lead is not done anybody much good. It kind of did Western. They held on for set one.
Exactly.
But now Brown County had a nice lead, and it's just evaporating here in this service.
Exactly.
Emma Dixon is playing very, very well.
Absolutely.
For Western, though, and Harris on the outside has been playing well. You know, you see those big blockers from Brown County, and a lot of teams would be intimidated.
Yep.
Western has not been.
Exactly. And that's what it takes to stay aggressive against them, stay with your offense, find a hole around them, go over the top, use them on the outside.
McMullen serving again. Markert was there. Bump set, pushed across by Cassie. McMullen. Bump set. It's going to be Harris pushing it across. Well, that was an ugly push across, but it got there. Dixon tipped across by Barris. Pushed across by Sefton. Middle to Dixon. Off the block and down. A kill for Emma Dixon, her 9th, and it's 22-22. All tied up. It's a race to 3 now. McMullen to serve it up one more time. Guardhouse, bump set, out to Johnson, pushes across. Dixon's there. Back to Dixon again. Down the line. It's going to, or down the net, I should say. Cassie's going to push across. Dixon with a dig. Harris now. Guardhouse with a dig. Wagner middle to Cassine. She pushes it. McQuay can't get to it. Cassine.
Good court awareness. She
Kinsey
found the
Cassine,
hole.
excuse me. Kinsey Cassine didn't put a lot on it, but found the hole, as Ned said, and it's 23-22. It's Cassine back to serve, and she served very well in set one. We'll see what she can do here. Trouble. Dixon's there. McQuay's going to send it across. Markert comes down to get it. Wagner out to Sefton. Now middle to Dixon. She's going to push it deep. Markert's there. Wagner pushes it. Pushes it back. Johnson's there. It's blocked. Dug up. Wagner back out to Sefton. She'll have to push it across. McQuay's there. Because Barris outside Harris. It's down. Harris was in the net. Nope. They said it was down. And it's set point for Brown County is Cassine. I think they called that a hitting error, not a block. Cassine back to serve. First of 2 set points. Harris pushes it middle. Great system play here. Guardhouse. And it's tipped by Lauren Jo White, and we're going to go 3 for the first time. 25-22. Brown County gets the set 2 win. And a very close match throughout is going to go 3. We'll take a break. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois for the 2024 Lady Sons Classics. Match number 2. 9 kills thus far for Western's Emma Dixon. She leads all attackers. There's 7 kills for Markert. She came off the bench there in set 1 midway through the first set, and she has 7 kills. Hitting errors have been a bit of a problem for Brown County, as they have 13 hitting errors in their 2 sets, so they were able to overcome. They only had 3 hitting errors in set 2, Ned, as opposed to 10 in set one.
Yeah,
there's a big difference there, and that's the difference between winning and losing, right?
Yeah, and most of them were unforced errors. That's
5 aces for Western, 6 aces for Brown County, 3 of them off the serve of Guardhouse, only 2 aces for Barris for Western. She's the only one with more than 1 ace for her squad. So very balanced, really, for both teams at this point.
Exactly.
You know, it's balanced from on their side of the net and balanced from side to side, too.
Exactly.
So, you know, that no one player, you know, Markert has come to life for Brown County. Dixon has kind of been the standout. But, you know, they're balancing each other out, and the other players are balancing each other out.
They're getting a lot of help when they need it as well.
So McMullen is going to start things off. She's the one that got him back in the match, tied it at 22 before a 2-point run after a side out. So we're getting ready to go here as we have a little conversation with the officials and the Brown County coaching staff. Here we go, a race to 15 in set number 3, and it's going to start with an ace from McMullen. Wildcats lead 1-0 here in set number 3. Again, I just said it, but if you missed it, it is a race to 15. Guardhouse, Wagner, pushed across by John. No, it's not Johnson in there. A tip down by Emma Dixon, number 12. In the game for Brown County's number 13, Ann Schink. The Wagner back sets. Casting on the attack. She'll go back to the middle spot. Harris now into the net, a hitting error, a side out for number 20. That is Riley Harris, and Kinsey Casting is going to go back to serve. She served at the end of the first set 2 straight points. She served well throughout this match. We'll see if she can get them into this and get a lead for Brown County. McMullen sent that one across from the back row. Sefton hits that one out of bounds. Number 2 on the hitting error. Side out. Paisley Patterson, the freshman we mentioned before the start of set number 3, back into the ball game, number 15. Harris serves it up. Outside Guardhouse. Trouble on this receive by Skirvin. And it's a side out, 3-2. Harris leaves. Allison Wood checks back in. Back to serve for Brown County. Number 12, Kayla Metz. The libero. And she returns the favor with a service error, number 12. Subs in for the Wildcats now. The setter, Allison Barris, a freshman, checking back in to serve. Also back in, number 9, Brinley McQuay. She'll play front, come to the right side. It'll be Dixon in the middle. McCoy on the left. And oh, what a serve from the freshman. When that came off her hand, I thought it was no way that was getting over the net.
Had some curve.
It was no spin, and it just went and floated dead left.
Yep.
Holy smokes, that's not even fair.
Her third ace.
Drops it over again. That time it curved to the right. It's going to be a free ball. McMullen. Barris middle. As she just didn't get that one up high enough for Dixon, and it's a side out. 5-3. Checking back in to serve, number 9, Aubrey Collins, a defensive specialist for the Brown County Hornets. McMullen, that was a nice serve. She went down to get it, though. Patterson from the middle. Dug up in the back row. Comes out to Markert. She sends it way down the line. And out of bounds, a side out. Emma Dixon coming back to serve now. She's had a great all-around game. Metz is there in trouble, and ace. I just rolled up on her. A timeout, Brown County. 7-3 here in set number 3. We'll be back with the rest of the third set right after this.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. They were so wonderful.
I thought about the staff of MDH. They're all good. This is just the best place for you and your family.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep, and a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life.
And welcome back. Oh, never mind. One official whistled, so Emma Dixon went to serve. The other official's like, hold it, you can't serve yet. I have to tell you to serve. Markert drives it home. Big dig. Free ball. McCoy sends it across. Wagner back out to Markert. Down the line, it's dug up. McCoy, a chance for an attack, but it's going to be a free ball out of bounds. 2 big digs. But they couldn't do anything with either one of them.
Exactly. A lot of power coming on that swing.
Guardhouse, who has been so good from the service line tonight, is back to serve it up again. Patterson did not get it across the hitting air, and we're at 7-5. And a passing error results in a 7-6 and a sub instead of a timeout. As coming into the game is going to be Macy Oinker, a freshman. 7-6 here as we're just about halfway through set number 3. Outside, McCoy's going to drive it off the block and out of bounds. Number 16 gets the kill. A blocking error out there for, I believe, Wagner. And she drove off the block of the setter.
She saw the gap in the block there and went right after it.
Lauren Jo White back to serve. Right side, Metz is there, an ace! For Western and Lauren Jo White. Lauren Jo White gets the ace, 9-6, her second ace of the night. Jump serve again. This time she goes left, right at Markert, and another ace. 10-6, timeout, Brown County. And this is where, like, your whole mindset has to change a little bit as a coach, right? Because you can't hold off on the block. You can't hold off on the timeouts, right?
Right, exactly.
Because you only go into 15 now.
Exactly, right.
And so you have to – everything is sped up. All the problems are sped up. All the responses have to be sped up. I mean, all that stuff, right?
Exactly.
So we'll see if they can come out of the timeout. We saw one timeout, it worked real well, and we saw one timeout, it didn't work so well.
Exactly.
So we'll see how Brown County can come out of this one.
See how they respond here. All the coaches in there talking in the Western huddle there, trying to get them to play hard and not relax.
Lauren Jo White back to serve it up again. This time she goes right side at Metz. An overpass. It's going to fall. You know, and you wonder how does that happen. But the problem is your defense and offense is not set up to receive that, are you? I mean, that's not supposed to happen.
Right.
So you're not ready for it.
It works a lot in junior high, but not usually in high school, especially varsity.
Markert. Wagner sends it across. Back across. McQuay's there. Put back across by Cassing. Put across and down by Kinsey Cassing, number 10. And a timeout's going to be called by Western, I do believe. Yep, they're going to take the timeout.
I always waited till the server had her hand on the ball and was ready to go, and then you broke her momentum by calling the timeout.
That's not a surprise there for that timeout, because just simply I think of the fact that the communication seems to have fallen apart a little bit for Western.
A little bit, yeah.
That's one of the things that they've been so good about this entire match. But after that overpass fell in, it became a little bit of a communication problem.
And sometimes when you got younger players on the floor, that can happen.
Well, when you're playing freshmen with juniors and seniors, they've never played together, right?
Right.
So you're learning.
There's a lot of
early
experience on the other side of the net and a lot less over here. But they did get Margaret in the back row, so that might be an advantage.
McQuay. Bump set. Off the block and down for Harris. Number 20, the kill, and ends the run. It's 11-8. McQuay back to serve again. Action here. Cassing's going to push it down the line, and it'll fall. Number 10, Kinsey Cassing, gets the kill, and it's a side out. And she's back to serve. Back set, Skirvin. Harris tips it across. It's dug up. Bump set. Marker's going to have to push it across. She's in the back row. She can't attack. Skirvin, middle. Dixon to the net. A joust, and they're going to call a lift. That's a good call.
Yeah, her timing was off because it was almost an overpass there.
McMullen, Skirvin, McMullen from the back row, the libero with the attack. Will be pushed across. Dixon's there. Bump set. Out to Harris. Dug up. They're out of system. Marker's going to send it across. Skirvin outside to Harris. Harris pushes it across again. Marker's there. Wagner comes near side. Sefton. It's out of bounds. A hitting error. And it's 13-11. Patterson comes back in. Lauren Jo White takes a seat. And back to serve is going to be Riley Harris, the senior. 13-11. It's short. It's dug. To the middle it comes. Pushed across. Skirvin's there. They're out of system. Conkright out to Patterson. Dug by Markert. Near side it comes to Sefton. Dug up and over. Markert comes to get it. McMullen goes back to get it. And out of system and out of rotation. And it's a side out. And another timeout called by Western. Both teams out of timeouts now, 13-12. And we talked about how good this match has been throughout, and it's staying right there.
Exactly. See how the nerves can play out right here, especially on the serves and serve receive. Who wants the ball at the net to swing away or find the hole?
Metz will be back to serve for Brown County, number 12. She got 2 aces or 2 points?
2 aces.
2 points?
2 aces.
2 aces here in the night. Let's see what she does here. That's out of bounds. A service error. Match point for Western. And the freshman coming back in to serve, it's going to be Alyssa Barris. And McQuay coming back into the front row as Skirvin leaves. Serve, Metz is there, ace! And that ends it. 15-12 in set number 3. So Western, maybe a bit of an upset, probably not if you ask Western.
Exactly right.
25-21, 25-20, 22-25, 15-12. A 3-set victory in the first match of the 2024 Lady Suns Classic for Western. And they will see what awaits them here in, let's see what pool they're in. Are they in blue pool?
I can't hardly tell from.
Let's look. We'll look here. I should know better. I looked earlier, and now I'm drawing a blank.
They will play Unity tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
So they are in the blue pool. They play Unity. So Rushville and Western are 1-0 in blue pool. Brown County and Unity are 0-1. And I don't think if you were taking bets that would be the way this thing, very many people would have bet on that. But Rushville Industry and Western playing very good volleyball here tonight.
Exactly.
So
the young players for Western came through for them.
Next up will be Beardstown and Central. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit with our next stream. Thanks for watching coverage of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Don't forget, next game will be in a new stream.